guys. Mike, your host of Craft Beer Storm. How are you today? It's Friday, so we're doing Craft Brew News. We're in the midst of this Corona craziness, which is ridiculous. Now it's getting ridiculous, and, you know, it's affecting the craft beer industry in a very negative way. I have these stories. I was trying to find some good stories and positive stories, but I can't. But I'm going to give you these stories because we're just going to amplify what's going on here and how effing ridiculous it is. Okay, the first story is, and this is courtesy of brewbound.com, by the way. Maine Brewpub owner defies executive order and loses license. Even as a mini revolution, the Sunday River Brewing uprising didn't last long. Sunday River's in Maine. As states grapple with the reopening of business to face the COVID-19 pandemic, when a Maine's brewpub owner opted to defy the reopening plan by Governor Janet Mills laid out last week that orders restaurants to remain shut for on-premise dining until June. So Rick Savage, the owner of Sunday River Brewing in Bethel, Maine, opened his brewpub at around noon Friday, May 1st, drawing a large crowd and defying Mills' March 18th executive order banning gatherings more than 10 people. About 4 hours later, he told reporters state government representatives had come to the brewpub to revoke his health and liquor licenses. There you go. Savage said to a group of reporters outside the brewpub on Friday, "I think it's ridiculous. I think it's totally ridiculous, and I want to deal with people, deal with us in a manner that's civil. And if you don't like it, take me to court," Savage said. But before 8 p.m. on May 1st, Sunday River Brewing had posted to Facebook that the brewpub will close until further notice. Next day, Savage appeared in a rally protesting Mills' reopening plan, and then Sunday River's Brewing linked to a GoFundMe fundraiser on Facebook and called Maine Back to Work Fund, which raised nearly $95,000 at press time. Because people are sick of this crap. Really, you know, they're sick. And this is just another instance. You know, there's guys in Texas that are just standing in front of stores and stores are opening. They have guns. I don't care. That's cool. You know, I think that's great. You know, we got people storming the Capitol in Michigan. People are getting sick of this. You know, governor in California closes beaches. The police department gives them the finger and says, no, we're not going to close them. Good. And you're doing this to breweries too. It's horrible. It's ridiculous. Okay, it's enough. It's enough. Next story. Federal judge sides with Anheuser-Busch and InBev and corn syrup ad lawsuit. This is the bickering going back and forth between... this is amusing. Anheuser-Busch and Molson Coors. More than a year after it began, a federal circuit judge ruled that Anheuser-Busch InBev is free to continue its advertising campaign, calling out the use of corn syrup in Molson Coors Beverage Company flagship light lagers. Molson Coors, then named Miller Coors, filed a deceptive advertising lawsuit against the world's largest beer manufacturer that ran a commercial during the 2019 Super Bowl, pointing out the use of corn syrup during the brewing process of Miller Lite and Coors Light, which Bud does not use. At the heart of the decision of the Miller Lite Coors Light, both list corn syrup, dextrose, which is amongst the ingredients. So I guess it's the truth. Earlier in 2019, a different judge granted Molson Coors an injunction that blocked AB from displaying some billboards and television ads. And AB said it is pleased with the decision. So they're both back and forth. High fructose corn syrup, great. It's a great additive to beer, right? It's crap. Buy craft beer. Go to your local brewery and keep them open. All right? This is just ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous. Pyramid Brewing, another bad story. Pyramid Brewing, I wish I had better stories, closes Seattle taproom after over 30 years. These are businesses in 30 years. Now, this is not just the craft beer industry, right? You know, mom and pop shops, 10, 20, 30 years, they're closing. It's ridiculous. Okay, for what? For what? Tell me. After more than 30 years in the business, Pyramid Brewing Company, parent company FIFCO USA, announced last week that it will permanently close Pyramid Ale House in Seattle, Washington. The company notified staff Thursday, April 30th, offering severance pay to help with their transition. The state's bar and restaurant closures due to COVID-19 have led to the business decline, creating unsurmountable challenges for the ale house to continue to operate. According to the press release, located in Seattle's Sodo neighborhood, Pyramid Ale House relied on sporting entertainment events to bring customers into the neighborhood and support its businesses during non-peak times, according to Rich Andrews, the CEO of FIFCO USA. The tap room is located across the street from the Seattle Mariners' Safeco Field and a block from Seattle Seahawks' CenturyLink Field. So what do you expect? I mean, drawing large crowds. If they're not playing baseball, we're in May, Jesus Christ. Pyramid Beer will still be available for purchase in retail accounts throughout the Pacific Northwest, and its beers will be brewed in Oregon's Portland Brewery. So there you go. You can still get them, just the tap room is closed, unfortunately. And last story just kind of summarizes everything. On-premise shutdowns could cost beer industry $8 billion with a B. The near nationwide shutdown of on-premise channel will result in a loss of $8 billion for the beer industry as it continues into June. National Beer Wholesalers Association and Chief Economist Lester Jones said during a State of the Industry webinar hosted by the NBWA and the Beer Institute last week. Jones said, "We really need to step up our conversations and talk about how the loss here to the industry is significant. It's not going to be made up of grocery stores and 30-packs and cases people are stashing in their garages. It will not be compensated by those additional off-premise purchases. And, of course, the longer the shutdown, the greater the loss." There you go. On-premise sales account for 9% of the industry's $328 billion annual economic impact, which translates to $3.1 billion per month. If a quarter on the on-premise channel reopens in May and half reopens in June, the beer industry stands to lose $8 billion. As states begin laying out plans for the reopening of economies, the beer industry will need to consider the health of the geographic markets in deciding how to return the shuttered on-premise channel, Jones said. So there you go. So this whole COVID-19, I agree it's a virus. I agree it's kill people. And it's this horrible thing. And I feel for the families. One of my friends, his father was in a nursing home and he was in bad shape, but he contracted this thing and he died. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't have a proper burial for him. They couldn't have a wake. They had to do a rapid burial, 3:30 in the morning. That was the only slot, right? They had to take him to the cemetery and bury him. That's horrible. I think it's horrible. But I also think it's been blown way, 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 way out of proportion, and the fallout from the blowout and what the media is doing to people. I was jogging the other day. I'm here in Florida. I'm on a path, a wide path. The guy gets off the path, goes into like oncoming traffic just to avoid me and do the distancing, social distancing. And he had a mask on and he's jogging. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? That's ridiculous, okay? So Rick Savage, Sunday River Brewing Company, if you're out there, you want to come on, I want to have you on, brother. Anybody knows him, connect us. Because I'm done. I'm done with this whole crap. Masks. It's great, you have to go into a store, you have to go into a hospital, it's fine. They have it there, or a nursing home. But, in stores, in parking lots, jogging, come on, let's go. I'm done with it. It's crazy. And I know a lot of people out there feel the same way. Maybe they don't say it the way I do, but I don't care. Because I'm Mike from Craft Beer Storm. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. And this is Craft Brew News for your Friday. Hey, if you like what you're doing, you want to get people on here that bash these governments that tell us what to do. And even in Florida, I think some lady, she had a hair salon. She's like, you know what? I'm opening. The police came in, they arrested her, put her in jail. Supreme Court was involved. They got her out of jail. I said, it's ridiculous. You can't do that. So I think a lot of these governments are overstepping their authority, and creating stuff that's just unreasonable. Okay, it's enough. I agree. We don't know what it was. We don't know what the COVID was. We don't know where it came from. And we had to shut things down. That's fine. We assess. But now it's enough, okay? 2 months is enough. Enough. A lot of breweries are saying they're not even going to open again. That's over half of the country, right? They're not going to open again. These are businesses. These guys work hard. They bust their ass. They're not going to open again. That's horrible. That's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoy it. And join us on Monday. We have another interview for you on Craft Beer Storm. Have a great weekend. And go out. Hey, your breweries are doing curbside pickup. Call them. Go online. I'm down here in Florida. I picked up some the other day. Went to Saltwater Brewery. I talked to Dustin. He was the head of operations there. He's an awesome guy. Got some beers from him. Went online, ordered some beer. But go to your local brewery. Do it. Get it done. They need your help. And let's just think about this stuff and get real, okay? Let's open again. Get back to normal. All right, that's all I got. Talk to you on Monday. Take care.